One teacher and her pen. Happy birthday, Captain Tom Moore. Special edition, and I will see you back on Monday for a regular slot. So let's get started with problem 1. Today we're going to do a really easy starter. 6 squared plus 4 cubed. Got to remember about squareds and cubes. Simply, what is the answer? Pause the video and have a go. Okay, so did you remember the rhyme I did last time? To square a number times it by itself. So, times it by itself, 6 times 6 is 36. And then we've got to add, to cube a number times it by itself, and again. So to cube a number times it by itself, and again. 4 4s are 16, 16 times 4 is 64. And of course the answer to the first problem would be 100. Happy birthday, Captain Tom. 100 today. Okay, and here's question 2. So what I want you to do is you're only allowed to draw lines between the dots. How many squares could you make by only drawing lines from a dot to another dot? Okay, so you might want to draw this out a few times and have a go, and then press pause and then have a go. Okay, did you get an answer of 4? Because sneakily, here's 1. Of course, here's number 2 and here's number 3. But where's the other one hiding? It's if you do this. And look, there it is. You get actually 1 square that goes all the way around here. So actually, the answer to our problem is 4. There are 4 squares that you could have found. Okay, and on to the third problem. So, if I replace these letters with numbers, so this could be a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6 and a 7. There are no numbers which are worth the same, so this is not a 4 and a 4, it would have to be a different number. I've got the numbers 1 to 7 here, and the answer you would get would be 5,968. So my question to you is, what is this letter T worth? Is that a 6 or a 7 or a 2? What is it? The numbers from 1 to 7 are here. When we add them up, we get 5,968. So what is the letter T? Give the video a pause and see if you can have a go. Well, it was a bit of a trick question because I think there could be 2 answers. So it wasn't as hard as it looks. Something add nothing makes 5. So I just said, let's try and make that one 5. Well, then I looked at 2 numbers to make 8. And I looked at it, and 5 add 3 could have made it, but I can't use the 5, so I can't use 3. Then I ended up thinking about 7 and 1 and 6 and 2, and I used 6 and 2 and it didn't work, so I used 7 and 1. Of course, 7 or 1 could be either way round. Then I looked at how do I make 6 with the numbers that are left. Well, it had to be 2 and 4, and again 2 and 4 could have gone either way round. So what am I left with? 6 and 3. So I got 3 bits. Could easily have been 3 and 6. So the answer to T could have been 3 or 6. And I've got one last problem for you today. This one is going to take a little bit longer, but as we haven't done any for a little while, I thought we'd give it a go. Tom is older than Lily. Ben is older than Olivia, but younger than Lily. Marcus is younger than Tom, but older than Olivia. And Shannon is younger than Tom. Ben is older than Marcus, and Lily is younger than Shannon. These problems used to get me very frustrated. All I want to know from you is, who's the youngest? Okay, so there are 6 friends here, and all I want to know is, who is the youngest? Okay, who is the youngest? Okay, so you're going to need to pause it and reread it. I would put 6 dots down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I would just try and work out who goes in the spaces. Who is the youngest? Okay, so did you get the answer? Well, the answer is actually Olivia is the youngest. So the first sentence tells us that Tom is not the youngest, so I'd have crossed him off. The second sentence tells us that neither Ben or Lily is the youngest, so Ben and Lily are not the youngest. The third sentence tells us that Marcus is not the youngest, while the sixth sentence tells us that Shannon is not the youngest. So Olivia must be the youngest. And if you got all the order of them, that's even better. Fantastic. Here's the order that I got. Olivia is the youngest, and of course we made our way up to Tom, Captain Tom Moore. Well done, happy birthday. And he was the oldest. Okay, well, I'll see you back on Monday. Have a great rest of the week and do lots of learning, and I'll see you again on Monday. Bye bye for now.